As a 3-year starter at Florida State, Christian Ponder shined on and off the field. Ponder entered his senior season as the only active FBS player in the country to have earned an MBA degree. Ponder is an accurate quarterback who excels in the short passing game. As a junior in 2009, his 68.8 completion percentage ranked 4th in the nation. Ponder demonstrates good footwork and can buy time while keeping his eyes downfield. He's a mobile quarterback who displays good body control to throw on the move. His aggressiveness when running in the open field has left him vulnerable to big hits. Ponder has been unable to finish the previous 2 seasons because of injuries to his throwing arm. He suffered a separated shoulder in 2009 and required 2 surgeries around his elbow in 2010. When healthy, Ponder has displayed the arm strength necessary for an NFL quarterback. Ponder finished the 2010 season with 20 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. He finished his career at FSU ranked in the top 5 for passing yards, completions, completion percentage, and touchdowns. Ponder led the South team to victory in the Senior Bowl, earning MVP honors, while throwing for 132 yards and 2 touchdowns. At the Combine, his 4.09 second shuttle time was tied for the fastest among quarterbacks. Ponder's tremendous offseason continued at the Combine, where he displayed his agility and athleticism. Ponder was a full participant at the Combine and passed various MRI tests. Despite concerns about his arm injuries, Ponder was one of the most accurate quarterbacks in Indianapolis and could be the perfect selection for a team with a West Coast offense.
With the 12th pick in the 2011 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Christian Ponder, quarterback, Florida State.
Another big-time low moment. Christian Ponder of Florida State becomes the 4th quarterback taken in the first 12 picks. Leslie Frazier said if that guy was out there, that would be someone you could build around, like Jay Cutler, like Aaron Rodgers, like Matthew Stafford and the rest of that division. He said he wanted that guy. He believes it's Christian Ponder, Mike.
Christian Ponder had a huge draft process starting right here at the Senior Bowl. He had a very average senior season with a bad elbow. Now, what he did in the Senior Bowl, not only did he drive the football with accuracy, but he also was the MVP of the game. Now, what I believe he is a quarterback with a West Coast tool set. Timing and accuracy. Good throw to Hankerson, the Miami player. Inside leverage corner, puts it on him for a touchdown. So when I look at Ponder, 6'2", slightly above average arm, good feet, has to throw on rhythm and timing. He's a good leader. He's smart. He graduated in 2.5 years. Rick Spielman is now tied at the hip with this young quarterback because, man, he's betting an awful lot on a kid that most people thought was going to go somewhere between about 25 and 40.
Steve Mariucci, who does he remind you of?
Well, I love this pick because Christian Ponder is a smart guy. He's working on his 2nd master's degree. How about Matt Hasselbeck from Boston College? I'm not talking about where they got drafted. I'm talking about skill set, how they play the game. Matt can make all the throws, short, intermediate, and long. Nothing sensational, but he gets the job done. He was in the Super Bowl not too long ago. Christian Ponder can make all the throws. He's a tough guy. He's overcome injuries. He's a good ball handler. He can make you bite as a linebacker with his play action fakes. He can move out of the pocket with your movements and keeps. And you know what? He can run their offense, the West Coast offense, very well. I like this pick, Christian Ponder. And I said it earlier in the program. He benefits. He's one of those lucky guys that there wasn't any free agency at quarterback, and all of a sudden set of some teams that need a guy who's going to reach.
Look at the Vikings' reaction at the party. They're wondering what just happened. Some of them are happy. Maybe some are hoping Favre's going to still come back. But they needed a quarterback. And Mike, you've said this over and over and over again. If the guy out there is a guy you think is the guy, if that makes any sense, then get the guy. And Frazier said it for the last 3 months. Everyone else in our division has the guy. We don't have that guy, and if we can get him, they can. And if you heard Jason La Canfora say moments ago that the Redskins really coveted Ponder, well, there was an oh shoot moment in Virginia just moments ago because Ponder's now off the board.
It doesn't matter, Mooch, where you draft the guy if 3 years from now you're in the Super Bowl.
Right.
Doesn't matter if you draft him at 12 or you draft him at 110. If you believe the guy is a franchise quarterback, as Rick Spielman did, I applaud the move, but he put himself at risk. Mooch.
Bill Musgrave is a West Coast guy, and Christian Ponder was the ideal West Coast quarterback in the draft with all of what we ask of a quarterback in the West Coast offense, the play action, the movements, the keeps, throwing the ball from the run, thinking, making right decisions. He is perfect for that scheme.
While you're a smart quarterback, you can turn around, not only hand the ball off to that boy Adrian Peterson.
It all starts there.
Christian Ponder, quarterback, Florida State.
Now, this would be a surprise, but I told you, a lot of quarterbacks, right or wrong, we'll find out.
Hey, you got no chance without a quarterback, especially in that division. Jay Cutler, Stafford, there's a guy named Aaron Rodgers. You got to have a quarterback. The Vikings will play good defense under Leslie Frazier. They've been a good defense. They have to get a quarterback. And the more you look at this Christian Ponder, I know it's a little early. There's some people that are saying, oh, geez, why'd they do that? They have nobody else. There is no sure thing in free agency. That's what I did my whole career. Get a young quarterback that can play. And Ponder's a 3-year starter. The intangibles are off the chart. You can't sit down with Ponder and not like him. 2 years ago, he threw for 70%. This is an athletic guy that loves it. And I really think it's a great fit. They're going to run the football with Adrian Peterson. Let's get Shanko, the tight end, going. Let's get Sidney Rice and Percy Harvin healthy. This is a good football team. They need a quarterback. And I think Christian Ponder is a surprise right now, but the Vikings had no other way to go.
Well, I think moving forward, you want this kid inside, but you have to go to Chicago. You got to go to Green Bay. And I think when you talk about arm strength, that's an issue. He doesn't have that howitzer for an arm. He's kind of a Chad Pennington in terms of a comparison, a comparable. Coming out, I thought Chad Pennington, because of the accuracy, tremendously intelligent, one of the smartest kids at any position coming out and available for this draft. Fairly accurate. You talk about not Chad Pennington-like, but close enough. Good size at 6'2", 226 pounds. A very underrated athlete. This kid can move the chains with his legs. Around a 4'6", 40. Kid vertical's 34 inches. Like I say, a very underrated athletic talent. Had some injuries that he had to play through at Florida State. He took some hits. Bottom line is, wasn't 100% this year. Numbers overall, not great. But I think when you look at Christian Ponder, you're being overdrafted because the team said, we've got to get a quarterback. And Christian Ponder is, as I said, very similar to a Chad Pennington who had a nice career in the National Football League.
Well, let's put the obvious out there. I'm just saying it because we haven't really talked football for a while. So can we put the period at the end of the Brett Favre sentence now? They've drafted a quarterback, right? I'm just saying it.
Go for it.
Tavares Jackson, maybe. Joe Webb, who knows? Christian Ponder, but he played day one? We'll see. Morton, Adam, what do you have?
Well, here you go with the Minnesota Vikings. Leslie Frazier, their head coach, really felt they had to get their quarterback of the future. And then Bill Musgrave, their new offensive coordinator, one of the best quarterback tutors in this league, he loves Christian Ponder's football IQ. Hey, he's smart in the classroom. He's smart in the football field. Some people question arm strength, but he's a versatile guy. He's a movement guy. Also, they're not going to run a pure West Coast offense. They're going to do some no-huddle stuff. So Bill Musgrave's going to challenge him. But as they mentioned down on the set, handing the ball off to Adrian Peterson there will help him.
And Morton, in an ideal scenario, the Vikings still pursue a veteran quarterback such as Donovan McNabb to help train the young rookie quarterback and play the veteran until the rookie is ready. So just because they went out and invested a first-round pick in Christian Ponder doesn't take them out of the veteran quarterback market once free agency opens.